It does look like the 2024 election will come down to President Biden versus former President Trump. And I'm wondering what you think the world would look like under President Trump being reelected, which is certainly a possibility, not only when it comes to the climate, but also when it comes to democracy.
Well, I saw the other day where he pledged to be a dictator on day one, and you kind of wonder what it'll take for people to believe him when he tells us who he is.
Donald Trump said he was going to be a dictator. Yes, and he was clearly joking. But of course, morons like you and in the fake news media run by the DNC are going to run with that very sarcastic comment that he made for the next year because you're a bunch of scumbags.
And, the solution to political despair is political action. And for those in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party and independents who love American democracy and who want to preserve our capacity to govern ourselves and solve our problems, now's the time to get active. There's a mental health crisis around the world, Jake, that we hear people talking about. I think that one of the main reasons for that is that young people look at the fact that we are not yet solving the climate crisis or dealing with some of these other challenges, and we hear this word thrown around, polycrisis. Well, solving the climate crisis is a poly solution. We know what to do. We have the means to do it, and we have to make sure that we make the right political choices in our democracy to enable ourselves to make the right choices.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, just maybe, it's the fear-mongering that you're doing while collecting hundreds of millions of dollars and scaring the crap out of kids about an existential threat that's probably not going to happen, all the while leaving a carbon footprint that's bigger than Big Mike's... And to think this asshole was almost president. Oh, and by the way, Democrats claim that election was stolen. Back when you could claim elections were stolen, like all of them except for 2020.